raise our sons and daughters. Ooh. You can fall asleep on sheets of gold and wake up as a pauper. We all get old, we all slow down as the walls they close. We fall, we drown, and I need some breathing space. I won't grow old with grace. I need some breathing space. I can't keep living straight.
Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to 1 to Go Studios coverage of the 2021 Spring-Summer Lightspeed Racing League Wilder Graphix Cup Series, presented by Gridfinder, Wilder Graphix, The Butt Kicker, Sim Speed Shops, and Track Time Entertainment. Tonight, we bring you coverage of round 9 live from the Iowa Speedway in Newton, Indiana. Or, correction, Iowa. That's okay. Indiana on the brain, as the Indy cars are in Indiana. So, Lsrl Wilder Graphix 143 here, Iowa Speedway, Newton, Iowa. The house that Rusty Wallace himself built for racing. We'll be getting these guys underway here. They are qualifying. To start to see some of these guys and how they're working here. Looks like 11 cars have joined the server. There's Anthony Giuliano. Currently in the second spot. Aaron Hearn holding up the top spot there. There's Dilly. As he's currently in the 5th position, going for lap 2 here. Michael Jeans out there getting his laps in. He does that. We can go over some of the things here. This is our current schedule. We're in Iowa here on the 21st. Actually, I'm looking at the Xfinity one, so we probably need to put the other one up there, but they're very similar. The Bristol Dirt special event, no points event, then Richmond will be on June the 4th. Current standings has Leonard Frost leading with Derek Garrison, Cameron Hearn, Ira Kohlhaas, and Landon Quisenberry. Last winner was Christian Converse at Martinsville. I think I see him out there right now. And there's Michael Jeans, currently in the 6th spot. This is just shy of 0.9 miles long this track is. Night conditions, 143 laps. Fixed setups, no fast repairs. High racing flags, only 80% fuel, as many tires as they want to put on the cars. Michael Jean just put up the fastest lap there to put himself on the top. So 2 laps of qualifying here. We have 2 green-white checkers if they're needed. Fastest time will be given a hat by Sweatless. Let's check out our Pole Award sponsor. All right, just about finished with qualifying. About 30 seconds left here as we are waiting for the end of qualification, and we can talk about our grid for this 143 lap race. Competition cautions at 35 and 70 tonight. Four seconds left, and then we'll send it over to. All right. So tonight, put a cap on that pole award to the number 08 of Michael Jeans with 23.189. He'll be getting one of those Sweatless ball caps. Put a cap on that pole award sponsored by Sweatless. Right here. So, row number one, Michael Jeans and Aaron Hearn. Anthony Giuliano and Dylan Gomez will be in row two. Row three, Adam Brady and Landon Quisenberry. Joshua Gathright and Leonard Frost in row four. In row five, it'd be Andy Brigani and Greg Lovell. Take a look at the guys are out here on pacing right now. Get ready to go green flag racing here. Another lap here, and then we'll get ready to go green flag racing. All right, back to green flag racing we go. Michael Jeans leads. Aaron Hearn and Anthony Giuliano make contact. Right there, coming into turn number one. There's Michael Jeans off to one heck of a start. Caution is out. You see right at the beginning here, you got Anthony Giuliano inside of Dylan Gomez. If you watch this from high above, see him and Aaron Hearn, and then the contact made. And the 91 gets spun out. Oh. Rack them back up again and start over. All right. Contact was issued to the 17. Ah, there you go. Our grid by Grid Finder, the starting grid of the Wilder Graphix 143. There, 5 rows deep. Here at Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa. First lap was provided by the Sim Speed Shops. Sim Speed Shops specialize in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufactures sim racing hardware, utilizing the best components available as well as mixing in real-life components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today. Visit www.simspeedshop.com today. And the grid was provided by the Grid Finder. You find your place on the grid. Grid Finder is home of online racing communities. Browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week. Across the globe, browse through over 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, and ACC, as well as R Factor 2, F1 2020, and more. Are you looking for a commentator or a streamer for your next racing broadcast? Or a designer for your next livery? Grid Finder has all this talent in one place. Do you run a sim racing league? Make sure you upload your community to the Grid Finder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's quick, it's easy, and best of all, it's free. Grid Finder, find your place on the grid. With 9 drivers take to the grid. As we have Michael Jeans and Adam Brady will be in that front row as we come back to the green flag. So on pit lane, we had Hearn, Giuliano, and Lovell. We're back to green flag racing with Mike Jeans leading us off. Mike Jeans had a win in the Xfinity Series here in Iowa on Wednesday night. Yes. He seems to have a good feel of this racetrack as he pushes that Toyota Camry around here around Iowa. As a complete lap number 6 of 143, we'll be going to lap 35. And there's Mike Jeans with the fastest lap. We'll 7 laps down. Pretty much single file, and Mike puts up another fast lap, getting his own time. So pretty much single file all the way through. Hearn and Giuliano, Brittany and Lovell back here. And Lovell's down a lap in the 31 ride. So 10 laps down as we see the 31 go by Aaron Hearn there. A little bit damage on that left rear corner panel of the 91 ride. You see Andy Bergani there in the 13 Lamborghini. Paint on top of that Camry ZL1. There's Adam Brady. continue to work. We've got 11 laps down of the 143. Michael Jeans continuing to lead this parade. High above the Iowa Speedway, the eye in the sky here. Our flip camera. We see the race leader about 12 or so car lengths back to Adam Brady. And then a few cars back there. So that middle group, Frost, Brady, Gonez, Quisenberry, and Giuliano, where the racing is, right here in this middle five. And Mike Jeans is pretty much checked out, 1.5 second lead over the rest of the field. Check out tonight's weather by Lottie'sTravelWorld.com. The Wilder Graphix 143, partly cloudy, air temp 77, track 79, light humidity at 57%, wind barely coming out of the north at 2 miles an hour. Caution out on the raceway. Sure where that one would have been. '91. Not sure what caused that one. We'll see what they tell us. Pit lane is busy. Except for the 08, the 11, and the 17 elect to stay out. 77 going down pit lane, as you see right there on your screen. Watching the end of the pit lane. We're back under caution, lap 19. So Gene, Frost, Giuliano stay out. As Brady, Gonez, Quisenberry, Bergani, and Aaron Hearn all head into the pits. Greg Lovell got his lap back on the wave around. The 17 now going down to pit lane. Leonard Frost in the second spot there. A little bit of a contact between the 75 and the 17. All that a racing incident. Working lap 20, 143. talk to our race controller here. Johnny, pulled you up in the booth, man. I know you're working hard in race control trailer, man.
Hey, how we doing?
Doing pretty good. So, man, this is Iowa, and we've got 9 cars out here, so night racing. And if we learn anything from the Xfinity cars, is a lot of horsepower, but very loose coming off of 4.
Yes, sir. That seems to be the way with these cars. And, that incident we saw between 75 and 17. 75 was just dropping down, and, 17 just got into the back of them. And, just got to know what these cars can do.
Yeah, there's basically, closing speed is the problem, I think. These guys, when they come off the line, and they're forgetting the fact that they're going to slow down a tad bit when they change lanes to diamond off the corner. So, but that it kind of works like that.
Man, Michael Jeans is just dominating tonight. So to make things a little more interesting, I pulled a 20 out of my pocket and told anyone who can beat Michael Jeans tonight, I'll send him a $20 Amazon gift card.
Oh wow! So we have a headhunter contract on the 08. Oh,
yeah, we like to keep it fun and keep things interesting. So, Michael Jeans and his crew, just an amazing group of drivers. So if we can do something to spice it up a little bit, have some fun with these guys, 100%. If Michael wins it, I'll send him a $20 Amazon gift card. So,
it's not really a headhunter. It's it's a $20 for whoever wins this thing.
Yeah, pretty much. But,
sounds like
yeah,
me,
if Michael wins it, then there we go.
So Johnny has put up a $20 gift card to the guy that brings home the checkered flag tonight. The 08, he did a pretty good domination fashion, even on the Xfinity cars on Wednesday night. He has really kind of waited his time and took control of that race late and didn't really look back.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, looks like we're gonna be going back green here as the pace car's lights are off. There he goes, back to the green flag.
Yep, and with these cars, you got to watch the wheel spin a bit, and then just get it and take off and see what happens. But Michael Jean's already, he gets the whole shot. He's already got about 3 car lengths on second place there, and I'm just gonna watch him expand his lead here.
He was at a 2-second lead before the last caution came out, so he's definitely learned how to get around this racetrack. As you see, Frost and Gonas fighting back in the second spot.
Yep, and Michael Jean stayed out. He didn't get tires, didn't get fuel, so he's got everyone behind him with the fresh set of rubbers. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out later on in the race.
Well, it looks like Frost stayed out as well, but Frost is falling back in that 11 machine.
Well, I wonder if Frost is using the same kind of tactic that Hermie does. Hermie likes to hang out a bit and, let all the guys kind of bump and run up at the front. And then towards the middle or 3/4 of the race, he'll start turning it on and getting his positions. Just kind of, he plays the survival game.
Sometimes that's the game to play, as Dylan Gonas just put up the fastest time of the night in that number 27 machine. As we see Leonard Frost all the way back to the 7th now from the 2nd spot. And Gonas is hungry on that 08 as he come real high off the backstretch, right on the back of the 08 now is Dylan Gonas.
I think Dilly wants that. He wants that Amazon gift card. That's what's going on here.
I said Dylan's definitely pushing because he's down there on the inside line. The 08 is just going to let him have it. He's like, burn your stuff up, son. We'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out down later on in the race. But Dilly on a fresh set of rubbers, and Michael Jean's got about 20 laps or 20 laps to the negative with his tires there.
Yep, 20 more laps on his tires versus what's on Dylan, as he's now under attack by the 77 of Adam Brady. But he talked to us a little bit after the race with the Xfinity cars. Basically says he likes the long green flag racing and just lets the car kind of, find its spot on the racetrack, because he's real comfortable in that mid to high groove, and just if anybody wants to challenge him, he's not going to fight him.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, watching Michael, I thought Michael Jean was going to go right into the back of P2 there. I'm sorry, I don't have a car number, I can't see it, but man, that guy. If we got some guys who know how to wheel in this league, and that's what I really like about Lightspeed. Our Friday numbers are down a little bit, but we're getting into summertime, we're getting into Memorial Day weekend, so looking forward to things perking back up in the next couple weeks here and getting busier.
Well, right at as you said this, I talked to the race admins with Anthony last week, and the special event for the fixed NTT Indy 500 was last Friday night, and this Friday night the NTT Indy 500 Open is tonight. That could be part of the draw as well, considering that is a huge race with thousands of iRacers participating in the 500-mile race at Indy.
Oh, absolutely. And God bless those guys that can sit and do 500 miles. I have a 4-year-old, and we also care for my mother, so getting some quiet time on the computer is always appreciated, but I don't know if I could do 500 miles.
Yeah, I didn't do too bad in my 21st split. Went from 33rd to 3rd on Saturday morning. So that is the car I like to wheel around. But yes, it's a 3.5-hour ordeal. It's a little bit of time. The only other time I was in the car longer than that was the 24 hours of Daytona that we did in the beginning of the season. So.
Oh man, well I hope you invested in a comfy chair.
I'm actually sitting in, I believe it's a Subaru chair right out of an actual car that is in my rig.
Well, there you go.
So paid $25 to a junkyard for it, and it's a nice car. So I stay comfortable.
Awesome. If I ever get to build my rig, I'll tell you what, I have a Honda Accord that I drive, and if I ever get the chance, I'll pull more comfortable cars I've ever driven.
Well, yeah, like I said, that's usually a junkyard of $20-25 usually for a seat. You got to get it out of there, but that's usually what they run.
That's what impact wrenches are for.
It wasn't that hard to get this thing out. This is a little bit different when you have to set it up, because they're not flat anymore like they used to be. So you'll have to do some shimmying and stuff to get it to look like the undercarriage of the car that it bolts into.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But it works. It works out for you, and then, like I said, you're nice and comfy, and and you also get that all the different bells and whistles, the dials and stuff to help you with how far you're away and your height and lumbar support and all that stuff that these newer cars have.
Oh, yellow flag is out. I got to do my thing, sir.
All right, we'll see you in a bit.
All right.
All right, it was race controller is with us as we're gonna go see what happened there. I believe that was our competition caution, which it is. That was our competition yellow. As Anthony threw that one. Dylan Gonez, our race leader. So we're going to be under our caution here for competition yellow. And we're going to hear from one of our presentation sponsors, the Butt Kicker.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, be sure to use that code LSRL. Get yourself some change back when you purchase your Butt Kicker. It's like Brady in that 77 off of pit row first, followed by Billy, Landon Quisenberry, and Mike Jeans. Anthony Giuliano, Frost, and Briganti Aaron Hurt. It's like Lovell is still in the pits. Let's see if we get an opportunity to get a check on him. And he's off now. Probably getting some damage repaired is what I could think, because he had a lot of time in it last time as well. See a little bit of damage on that left front hub, as you can tell there. See that crinkle now. There you go. The right, the rear chase. You see the damage on the front left corner panel. He's probably been getting some help trying to get that taken care of by his pit crew. As new race leader is Adam Brady. Brady is our race leader currently. Lap 40 of 143, so just over 100 laps remaining. We will have another competition caution at lap 70. Lights are off on the pace car. You'll see him make that turn. Adam Brady going to lead us back to green. And he's off of that 77. Nice hole shot. All about a 27 of Dylan Gonez and the 08 of Mike Jeans. Mike Jeans earlier in this race had about a 2-second lead before one of the yellows came out. I anticipate seeing him getting up through there now that he has equal level tires than the rest of the field. Everybody on the same pit strategy right now with a 77, having about a half a second lead over number 27, Dylan Gonez. You see Gonez and now Landon Quisenberry coming down at 75 right in the third position underneath the 27 with Michael Jeans. Right behind him, Anthony Giuliano in the top 5 with Aaron Hearn and Leonard Frost behind them. Dylan running that really high line across 3 and 4 as Landon Quisenberry is on that inside line. Adam Brady with the fastest lap, a 23.434 that last lap. Dylan still happy on the high line, backstretch. Landon Quisenberry under attack by the 08 who goes down on the inside. Side by side, down the front stretch, 08, 75, 75 has it. Coming down to turn number 1, the 08 sitting down mid to low line as the Wilder Graphix 75 machine stays to the high groove as they're side by side battling down the backstretch. 08 still there to 75, about 2 car lengths up. Looks like the 08 has the momentum this time. 75 edges them at the line. 08 down there, turn number 1. This time looks like he might be able to clear him as he's on the backstretch. Turns 3 and 4. You see Adam Brady continuing to gain his lead there 1 second. 08 has, looks like he's not quite clear the 75 coming off of turn number 4. Might need another lap to get cleared of him this time. Anthony Giuliano right there poised behind the 75. The 08 looks like he's cleared the 75 this time, falls in line behind the 27 of Dylan Gonez. 08 going to work underneath Dylan Gonez now. Mike Jeans, Dylan Gonez, 2-3 there. You see 75 and the 17 round out the top 5. Adam Brady is checked out to a 1 second lead over the rest of the field at 47 laps. 08's real comfortable running that mid to low line, where Dylan Gonez is going from the basically the high to the middle and then the high off. Kind of diamonding the corners, entering high to middle, and then back high off for Dylan Gomez. And the 08 of Mike Jeans is basically hugging the apron until he gets off of the corner, and then he's running up to about the midline. There's a 27 and the 8 side by side, turn number 1. 08 looks like he has the ability to cross over in front of Dylan. Dylan kind of catches of that right rear on the outside retaining wall, throwing that sparks shower down here as did Michael Jean. Now looking at his sights on Adam Brady in the 77, about 1.2 seconds ahead of him. So 1.2 seconds between the race leader and Mike Jeans. As you heard earlier, Johnny has put up a $20 gift card to the first person to get across the stripe after 143. So a little extra purse tonight with the checkered flag. All right, working 52 laps here. Going to 70 before we throw a competition caution. As Brady is about now only a second ahead of Jeans. There's our battle there, the 77 and the 08. Now 8 tenths between the leaders. On a 6 tenths, so about a tenth of a lap each lap. Look at their last lap times. Mike Jean's getting about 3 tenths that last lap over Brady. 10th than that lap. About 15 laps remaining before we throw the competition caution for the last time tonight. The Brady and Jean. Brady across in 0.4, Jean's in 0.28. Still there, cutting them down. 4 tenths separate the top two. About 2 tenths of a second. And the 08 is there now. Down there he goes, 08 on the inside, 77 on the outside line. Gonna tuck in that 08. I think it's a better run off. 58 laps down. Zero 08 looking to get underneath and make the turn off to get up in front of the 77. Not quite there yet, because he's within about a car length behind. Just faster into the corner, but not faster out. 77 is beating him off the corners, but they're about a corner panel almost underneath there, the 08. He's using every bit of the track on entry. With the 77 there, he can't go all of the way to the wall like he'd like to off his exit. So he's compromising his exit for his entry here. As we're 60 laps of 143. And Gene's still ticking about a tenth away each lap. He's trying to get there so that he can make the slide up in front of the 77. Not quite there yet. 77 still maintains the lead. Working 61 of 143. 9 laps left before the competition caution. 08 down along the apron. The 77 up on the second groove. And then high off is able to defend against the 08. 08 deep in the corner that time. Does he have enough room to slide up? Not quite, but he has about even on the entry here. He tries it on this end, the 3 and 4. Has he got enough room to slide up in front of the 77? Not quite. So he's trying to dive in so that he can make the corner off a little earlier than the 77. It's not working out for him right yet. Here they are off of turn 4. Neck and neck. The 77, the extra momentum on the high line, ends up keeping the lead. 08 this time clears underneath him, but not enough to do the slide job yet. Very close, but just not quite there, or the 08's not comfortable with doing the crisscross just yet. As he's right there down on the apron through the corners. The 77 running that high line is just be able to get in the gas way quicker than the 08 is. This time the 08 does clear the 77. New race leader of Mike Jeans. So 65 down, 5 laps to go till competition caution. And these guys will basically have to make that discussion with that crew chief to figure out what they're going to do for the final 70 laps. About 3 laps to go here as Mike Jeans continues to pace out the field. So he's still about a tenth faster than Brady. He's about 5 tenths ahead of Brady. And about a second and a half ahead of Dylan Gomez. And then 2 seconds back to Quisenberry and 2.5 back to Giuliano. So pretty spread out, the top 5 are. There's about 2 laps left until our competition caution comes out. Working lap 69 here. So 69, 2 more laps here. 1 more we'll be putting in here till we throw the competition caution here the next time the 8 comes by. But Gene's definitely putting in the paces here. Got this car dialed in his hands basically for this race. There's a real good handle on this car, and the track combo must really be in his wheelhouse because he is definitely showing and making it look easy as our competition caution has just come out. And let's hear from our title sponsor, Wilder Graphix. Take a ride on the wild side. All right, guys, we're coming down pit road here so they can get service done to take on the second half of tonight's race for the Wilder Graphix 143 here at Iowa. And you just saw the commercial there for the Wilder Graphix. Guys, check them out on Facebook. If you're looking for a new set of threads, helmets, car colors, you name it, he could do it. You check out the Wilder Graphix team. Take a ride on the Wild side. He has several of the cars here that are painted in the Wilder Graphix cars colors. So he does a pretty good job. Let him know what you're looking for, and I'm sure he can accommodate. So check out Wilder Graphix. Take a ride on the Wild side. Mike Jean sitting in pit lane a little bit longer than everyone else. Not sure what caused the extra 8 seconds, but Mike Jean's on pit lane for 23.5 seconds in his box. Everybody else averaged about 15 seconds. Number of pit stops taken by everybody. As you see, Mike's been there only twice, as well as Lovell and Frost. So everybody back on the same pit strategy. Lovell and Hearn still in pit lane. And Hearn and Lovell. They're both being scored a lap. Well, Lovell a lap down and Hearn 3 laps down. As Brady will lead us to green. Working lap 75 of 143, so less than halfway here left to go. Oh. Yeah, about 70 laps, 68 laps to go. Okay. Mike Jeans, according to the race controller, says he's starting in the back of the pack, and if he gets through and wins, he gets the $20. Let's keep an eye on him in the back of the field to see how he ends up running this down. 75 laps have been completed to be 76 once the pace car drops out of the way and lets Adam Brady take us to the green flag. There'll be no more competition cautions. Anything else here will be iRacing flags. So Brady and Gomez on the outside, Quisenberry, Giuliano behind them, Frost and Briganti. 6 cars there in the 08. Mike Jeans in 7th. And Brady with the whole shot, followed by Gomez. Giuliano on the high side, Quisenberry down on the low end. See Adam Brady just going back to work. He's using the apron to kind of shorten the track. Diamonding off the corner so he can get back in the gas early as Brady. And the 17, Sparks flying as he makes contact with the outside retaining wall. Gona is working that high line. Trying to close up on the 77. 77 into 27. All right, so we're back under green flag racing. Let's talk the drivers. That's Adam Brady in the Castrol Newman 77 Mustang. Currently your race leader, and he has about a half-second lead over Dylan Gones in his Lamb of God Ford at 27 at Dylan Gones. Anthony Giuliano in the Sweatless 17 ZL1 is in third. Landon Quisenberry in his JP's Hot Chicken Camry. As he might be having some connection issues. He was saying he's moving, so it may be that kind of an issue for him. Mike Jeans now working underneath Quisenberry. He's currently has that Camry in the 8th spot. The Nutrien AG Solutions digital hub ride of 08 Mike Jeans. Leonard Frost in his Innova Disc Golf Ford, currently in the 6th spot. Andy Brigani in his ZL1 Lamborghini paint scheme in 13th is in 7th. Aaron Hearn, the 91 Surge ride, is currently 8th. And Craig Lovell from the Bohica team in his VIP Graphic and Design 31 is currently in the 9th spot. We go back to race leader Adam Brady. There's a rundown through your 9-car field for tonight's Lsrl Wilder Graphix 143 at Iowa. And Mike Jeans is up to the 4th spot, about 1.3 seconds to go to catch up to that 77 to press for the lead, as we have 60 laps left. The 91 of Aaron Hearn outside in the wall through the grass. We still look green here. 91 Surge Machine contacted the outside wall on the front stretch. Took a ride down to the Legends track as the 27 has caught the 77 ride and starting to press the back of Adam Brady is Gones. It's 27 to 77. And currently now only a second ahead of the 08 of Mike Jeans, who's now in the back of Anthony Giuliano's 17 machine, as the 27 looking to the low line under the 77 of Brady. See the 27 want to step out to the right there. Gilly's able to keep her under control, has to back up and regroup. As he's now back underneath at 77 again. And this allowed Giuliano and Jeans to catch up to this front two. Things are heating up in the front. Top 5 drivers all within earshot of one another. Gones looks like he's going to try to make this pass to lead the next lap as he enters in 3 and 4 way down to the bottom. Does he have enough room to slide up in front of the 77? As he kicks that right rear out, and that causes him to have to lift. But this time he might have enough here to get in front of the 77. Backstretch. You see the 77 to 17 now right on the 77, and Dylan Gones takes over the race lead, running that midline for the 77 and the 17 are running high, and the 08 going to the bottom. Trying to get around Anthony Giuliano is Mike Jeans. Got 08 right there, the Nutrien Ag. '77's keeping Dylan Gones in front of him, not letting him get away. And the 08 has cleared the 17, move him up to 3rd. Is now he's going to take an eye underneath the 77. He's going to back out and stay in this third spot. "90 laps down, 53 to go." Dylan out to about a half a second lead over Brady. About 7/10 back to Jeans and the second back to Giuliano. It'll be 50 laps to go as they come across the stripe. Let's take a check in with our sponsor here with 17. All right, check out Sweat Less for athletic gear. Their dry technology. Train hard, sweat less. You're looking at the Sweat Less ride of the 17 of Anthony Giuliano. Jonas continues to lead this thing 6/10 over the other guys. 77 under attack by Jeans. Let's go back and check out Jeans here as he's looking underneath that 77. This is a hard track to pass on as you see Jeans there working him on the inside line as Dylan Gones is lapping the number 31 of Craig Lovell. Looks like the 08's gotten around the 77. Goes down to about the midline to try to get around the 31. Stays ahead to 77. So move Jeans up to second. He has his eyes set on race leader Dylan Gones, about 8/10 ahead. As we still have 45 laps to go. Jeans trying to get this thing done. So 6/10 of the lead for Dylan over Mike Jeans. Check their lap times. The Jeans about a half a tenth faster. Not a whole lot. About 5/10 separate them now. Welcome to the battle for first in the pylon. Gones, a little slick coming off that corner. And that 27, which has allowed the 08 to catch up another 3/10. Aaron Hearn saying, "Let's go, Dilly." Aaron must be in the pit stall with a cell phone Not sure that NASCAR liked that idea, but oh well. We let our drivers get away with whatever they want. So we have Gones and Jeans 1-2 as we have 40 laps left. As Gene has caught Gones and looking for a way to get around him. There's under 40 laps remaining in tonight's race here at Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa. And the 08 sliding way high in turn 3 and 4 is going to use that momentum. Try to see if he can rocket or slingshot himself around the 27. The 27 is running that midline and high off. He's going to try to see if he can just slide it around to the high line and go all the way around him. You see him just maintaining that high line all the way around the racetrack. Really conserving those tires because he's letting the track do the work for him. You can see Dylan go up, so he's going to go down. We learned like on Wednesday night that he seems to like that low to mid groove off. And as you're saying, he's trying to pass somebody, he's going to try to get something that they're not doing. So he's trying to, I guess he's trying to bait Dylan to go high or higher so that he can get underneath him where he's at now. So their times very comparable now in the top two. See how close they are now. Car length between them. Brady and Quisenberry are fighting for third behind these guys. Here, fighting for the top position. The 08 underneath the 27 as they're door to door. Right now, the 08 seems to have the position. Gones just a little bit able to get in the gas a little sooner and beats him to the stripe. Let's run the backstretch side by side. 08, 27. So the 27 is going to have the run off again here. Edges the 08 to the line. Going to watch the battle here as they march down through the final laps here. The 08 looks like he's got a commanding position. The 27 slides. Turns 3 and 4. The 08 has about a car length lead. As he enters the corner, he can stretch out to 2, but Dylan gets within about a bumper coming off each of the corners, so waiting for the 08 to slide right in front of the nose. The 27, like they're right there. So you're going to put 27 in the second spot as we're working lap 113. So we've got 30 laps to go. Running about 25 seconds per lap. So less than 15 minutes remaining in tonight's race. With Mike Jeans leading the guys from the pack up through the rest of the drivers. Last competition caution. about 70 laps on their tires when they finish this thing if it stays green. Less than 30 laps left tonight. So Dylan falling back to about 5/10 behind race leader Mike Jeans. And then Brady and Quisenberry fighting for third. And then pretty much everybody else is very spread out. Working 117, a 143 with a 0.8, extending his lead almost 7/10 of a second over Dylan Gones. So Jeans, Gones, Brady, Quisenberry, Giuliano, top five. Here's your top five: Jeans, Gones, Brady, Quisenberry, and Anthony Giuliano. That's your Sim Speed Shop Butt Kicker 2. Feel what you've been missing. Top five is of 118 of the Wilder Graphix 143. Up to about a second now advantage over Gones is Deans. Now everybody's starting to spread out now, as we're getting deeper into this run. $120 down, 23 to go. Jeans over Gones by a second. As you're looking at your leaderboard over there on the upper left-hand corner of the screen. He's got about 50 laps on their tires. .2 seconds lead now that Jeans has over Gones. They take a shot from the aerial blimp. As there is Jeans, Gones, Brady, Quisenberry crossing the line. Now Giuliano. As you see from Giuliano just now entering the turn as the guys are catching off the backstretch. Our aerial coverage of the Goodyear blimp. Looking at Jeans finishing this lap, 123. There'll be 20 laps to go right now. 1.5 second lead has Jeans over Gones. Aaron Hearn says they also let him eat ice cream while driving, and that explains a lot. Maybe it does. As long as you have the ice cream with the Surge, you got to have one of those Surge float. You got to always worry about your sponsors. 125, 143. Jeans leading by 1.5 seconds. Looking at the speed chart, not seeing really anyone close to one another. Maybe Quisenberry is in the closest of the 77, right? But there's still about 6 car lengths between the 75 and the 77. Looking here on the battle for third between Quisenberry and Brady, which is about the closest race on the track right now. I'm going to take it back to race leader Michael Jeans in the 08. 1.7 seconds over second place of Dylan Gones. See how low that 08 is getting through the corners off the 3 and 4. Less than 15 to go here. One and a half seconds advantage to the 08. Landon's gotten closer to Brady, only sliding through turns 3 and 4, able to keep that car on the track. And put him about 7/10 down behind the third place car of Brady. Gones trailing race leader Mike Jeans by 1.7 seconds. And then is almost 4 seconds behind Gones to Brady. And about 0.8 seconds between Brady and Quisenberry. Anthony Giuliano's about 2 seconds behind Quisenberry. Laps to go here to the 08 of Mike Jeans. 1.7 second advantage with 10 laps to go in that Toyota ride. Jeans around Brigani to put Brigani a lap down. Looking at 8 laps to go here. Looking 136. Gones is trying to get around Briganti. And we're working a lap. We completed 137 here. There'll be 6 to go. Jeans continues to hold that 1.6-ish time over Gones. Looks like he's just keeping that car, or he's keeping the distance between him and Dylan. As we get 5 to go to the 08 car of Mike Jeans. 6.1 seconds between Gomez and Brady. The Gene's checking out, but Gomez over the rest of the field has gotten a substantial lead as well. Four to go, be 3 to go when we cross the stripe here. You see the 31 of Craig Lovell right there on the track in front of the race leader Mike Jeans. Like he'll catch him on the backstretch with 3 laps to go. Six in the air, 2 to go. Signal given to the 08 of Mike Jeans, as he's got a 1.6 second lead over Dylan Gomez. Next time by will be the white flag. White flag is in the flagman's hands. The 08 coming around 3 and 4. Looking for the white flag in the air to make this official. Coming off of 30 and 4. The 08 on the inside of the 31. White flag. 1 to go for One to Go Studios. Final lap for Mike Jeans. He's on the backstretch. Coming down 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the flagman's hand. He sees him coming off at turn number 4. The 08 takes the win. The $20, $20 gift card for Mike Jeans as he takes it through the field for 68 laps. Look at our results. Michael Jeans, Dylan Gomez, Adam Brady, Landon Quisenberry, Anthony Giuliano, Leonard Frost, 1 lap down, Andy Briganti, 7 laps down was Craig Lovell, 61 laps down, Aaron Hearn, and Joshua Gapter. I don't think he put any laps in. That's why it shows him 144 down. Iowa Speedway, Newton, Iowa for the Wilder Graphix, 143. That is your results presented by the Grid Finder. Find your place on the grid. Let's hear from our title sponsor, and we'll get these guys back and talk to them about their race. Alright, remember to take a ride on the wild side. We're seeing these guys burning down the house here at Iowa. This is your Track Time Entertainment Wilder Graphix 143 race recap. Mike Jeans was the winner. 4 cautions for 18 laps, 2 were competition cautions, and Adam Brady, the 77, was the fastest car tonight. And race recap that rest here. We'll try to get these guys in here. So then get with the second place driver, Dylan Gomez. Dilly, you're in the booth with Harold, man, with that 27 Lamb of God ride. Second place at Iowa. You were leading a whole bunch of laps tonight.
Yeah, this is just as much of a surprise to me as it was to you.
Well, it's a short track in a way. I mean, you've been seeming to be doing pretty well with the short tracks this year.
seem to do decent in them short tracks. I even had to ask the guys. I was like, "Is this considered a short track? I just need to know if I'm gonna do good or not."
Did they answer you? They just basically told you to figure it out while on your own.
Well, they're like, "Yeah, kind of, sort of, maybe, you know."
Well, it's the track that Rusty Wallace built. I don't know if you knew that, but
You know, even when I was young and only following Formula One, he was my guy.
yeah, Rusty basically was brought in to build this racetrack, so he made sure it was different for sure.
Different, and it's I can tell it is definitely difficult to overtake here. You got to be brave and almost wait for somebody ahead of you to make a mistake. Almost.
Well, I mean, you seem like you were running the highs line doing the whole Kyle Larson type of maneuver for the most of the race, and somehow Mike was able to make the apron work well, which no one else seemed to really have that ability to hold around the the yellow line all the way to the bottom.
Sure. Yeah, I was coming into this not knowing practice. I was way off the pace and stuff, so I didn't know how I was going to end up. I think the couple wrecks at the start of the race maybe helped me to be where I'm sitting right now anyway, because yeah, I don't know, got lucky on the restarts, and like I said, if you get a good consistent rhythm in, it's difficult to overtake. Kind of just hung with the leader there and tried to do what he did, and that got us away from the pack for the last stint.
Yep, sure did, man. So who do you want to thank, man, for tonight's second place podium finish in the 27 ride?
Wilder Graphix, like I said before, like they dolled up this Lamb of God car as well. The broadcast for sure. That's about it there.
All right. Well, we have a non-points race at Bristol Dirt next week, so we'll be looking like getting fun in the mud, right?
Yeah, and that's, to be honest, that's what I race in real life, so maybe I'll have a good finish there as well.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully you don't have the same luck that Kyle had. So we'll talk to you next week. Dylan Gomez in the 27, second place for tonight.
Thank you.
We'll pull it over to Mike Jeans. Mike Jean, man, in the booth with Harold Donner at 08 ride. Man, they're going for the sweep for the Iowa Speedway Week.
That's pretty cool, ain't it?
Sure is. You show up your first week back with the league and put her up in victory lane on both sides.
Yeah, it's the same kind of deal. You know, if you can make that bottom line work, you just got to kind of run where they don't. You know, if you can make that bottom line work here, it's hard to beat. You got to be patient with it, because I could get in the corner and get to them really good, but they get that drive off on the high side there. So just being patient and I don't know, having a lot of fun. I had some really good battles with both of the guys in the top three. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that 27 was, I told him he's running the Kyle Larson line. I mean, he was scraping the outside retaining wall pretty much all the way around the racetrack, and so he was pretty much diamonding from the high side to about mid groove and then high off, and you were able to make the low line work. Basically doing that late apex and off is what you were doing. Like I said, going in the corner a little deeper than everybody else and being patient on the gas coming off.
Yeah, they really changed in this last update we had. They really changed the way the Cup car decelerates into the corner. They took engine braking out of it, so being able to, and it brakes more like the Xfinity car now. Used to be you could let off and it would, the motor would pull it down a lot. You got to use a whole lot of brake and a whole lot of front brake to get it to go into the corner and get it to turn. So finding the right brake bias and the line to get it to decelerate, it was interesting in practice. I dove off in the corner like I usually do in the Cup car here, that first lap, and I just went straight and pounded the wall. You know, I wasn't expecting to have to use that much brake, but that makes it fun, makes it more interesting. So just different things about it, but really had some good battles with Adam and Dylan both, you know, on that second stage and that last stage. So I was proud of the way we ran.
All right, who do you want to thank for tonight's checkered flag? I heard that there was a $20 target put on you, but you were able to grab that back by coming from the rear to the front in the last stage.
Yeah, they kind of threw that one on me. I wasn't that serious, you know. We was playing around that first stage, and I was like, I'll just stay out here. There's not that many laps left in the stage. I'll just stay out and just kind of see how it works, you know. And while we're riding around under caution, of course, after I'm past the pit stop and everybody else come in the pit, and he's like, yeah, we're going to put that $20 bounty on you. I was like, well, hell no, I'm going to have to go to the back because I figured everybody was going to pass me on the tires. So I was like, all right, we got to get serious. And then it got it was a lot of fun though. Just trying to make it work. And I threw it up at him on that last stage break. I was like, hey, can I get that if I go to the back and we run this out? I wasn't sure. It's a long stage. I'd hoped I would be able to work the tires right. And like I said, just be patient. So it made it a lot of fun. I really enjoyed running over here. I want to thank Lightspeed for letting me come over here and play. Wilder Graphix for sponsoring the Cup Series. You for doing the broadcast. Appreciate you, and Anthony and all the guys for like I said, letting me come over here and play. Elliott Sadler Esports and our partners with Nutrient Ag Solutions, OfferPad, my personal sponsors with the Bruzy, Phoenix Designs, Premier Carts, and the Top Hand Foundation.
All right. Next week, we'll be on the non-points race, Bristol Dirt. Dylan says he going to bring it next week, so we're going to be having you come back, Mike.
I'm going to try to make it. I'm going to do my best. We got the Coke race to prepare for the rest of this weekend and have that for Tuesday night, so I'm sure I'll need to blow off some steam on Wednesday after all the stress of dealing with that race. So I'm excited. I like playing in the dirt.
All right, Mike Jeans tonight. Sweep at Iowa between the Xfinity and the Cup cars. We'll see you next week, sir, in the dirt if you're coming back. And until then, we'll see you, man.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. All right, so like I said, what's tonight's race? Jeans going as Brady Quisenberry, Giuliano, Frost, Brigante, Lovell, Hearn, and Gathright. That was your Grid Finder final results. Lsrl, Wilder Graphix 143. Here from Iowa Speedway, Newton, Iowa. Next week, we'll be at Bristol Motor Speedway, running around on the dirt, non-points race. Should be a lot of fun with these guys. Hope to see you next time. I'm Harold Arden of One to Go Studios. We'd like to thank our sponsors, and until then, we'll see you at the next turn.
What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's one to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers